What on earth is going on with Juventus? They can't seem to get themselves a win. They're leaving the door open for a late push for Atalanta, for Inter Milan. Who's going to come and catch them? Who knows? We'll take a little look. Next! That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today, we're taking a look at match number 34 out in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Babinoro related, Serie A related, woo, football related, we got to know here. Under one Ruski, boys and girls, you know the drill. Yes, before we jump into it, because I just can't get my head around it, but what's going on with Juventus? I want a big shout out to the Patreons, that's right, supporting the channel in the way that they do. They put a smile on my face, they get me up out of bed every day, especially through these weird times where I'm waiting to get back to work. So respect to the patrons for supporting the channel the way they do. William Shepherd, LG and Cow, Bianca Muller, Daniel Meller, Cody Cahoe, Jacob Johansson, Tom Beresford, Tom Clark, John Spurn, Russell Frost and Aztec Marky B. Mark. They are known as the Dream Team, supporting the channel the way they do. We are looking to make it a dirty dozen and of course a baker's dozen and then of course substitutes bench. So get involved with the channel. There is a link in the old description, patreon.com/Roverseas. Also check me out on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. They're all in there. Smash dot dash dot smash dot dash dot. Get involved. Support the channel as well as you can. So, yeah, Serie A action. Let's get into it. Now, this is the criteria 0 to 3. You're in the poop gang, straight-faced club, and top banana. So, where do we begin? Well, we begin all the way back. When was it? It was Tuesday, the 14th of July. 6-2 demolition for 6-2? 6-2, not 6-1. Editor, sort that shit out. That's more like it. The goals on that day were Mario Pasalic. He got himself a hat-trick on that one. Marlon de Roon, Malinowski and Zapata on the score sheet for Atalanta. Tagrosa got himself a goal for Brescia. Nicholas Spalic got a goal as well. I actually went with a 3-0 win. Proud of that one. Meanwhile, Sampdoria continued to win. That's right, 3-0 win over Cagliari. Gabbiadini and Bunzololi with a brace. Actually went with the 1-0 win for my boys Sampdoria. They're doing, but they're ending the season well. Bologna, they took on Napoli. That ended up all square. Koulibaly on the note. Costas Manolas on the score sheet for Napoli. Musa Barra on the score sheet for Bologna. Actually with a 2-0 win on that one. Got the right amount of goals on that, but not right. Zlatan's boys continue to do their thing. 3-1 win over Parma. Kurtic on the score sheet for Parma. Kessie, Romagnoli and Kalanoglu on the score sheet for AC Milan. That one with a 2-1 win on that one. Not too bad. Lecce, they did lose to Fiorentina, 3-1 in the end. Chiesa with a goal. Gezazi and Catroni as well on the score sheet for Fiorentina. Shakov, the goal scorer for Lecce. I won the 0-0 on that one. Roma did beat Hellas Verona at long last. They got back to, whatever. Jordan Vertrut on the score sheet for Roma and Zeko as well. Pessina on the score sheet for Verona. Meanwhile, the game of the day was, of course, Sassuolo 3, Juventus 3. Who's got the goals on that bad boy? Juricic, Berardini and Caputo for Sassuolo. Danilo, Higuain and Sanjo on the score sheet for Juve. Slipped up there. 3-1, I thought. 3-1. Meanwhile, Lazio did only draw. Good. What's gone on with Lazio? They were doing so well. 0-0 in the end. I actually went with a 1-0 win. Thought they might squeeze it in the end. Torino did beat Genoa today. 3-0 win. Bremna, Lukic and Belotti on the score sheet for Torino. I went with the 2-1. Got the right amount of goals on that one as well. So, and then wrapping it up, Inter Milan did beat SPAL 4-0. That's right, 4-0. Cadaverera, Sanchez, Biagrini and Gallagherini on the score sheet. I went with a 3-1, got the right amount of goals. So I did okay. There is another one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6, which, I don't know, is that top banana material? But that's the situation in the table. Get the other one up there. There we Get back up there. There we go. So the situation at the table, 7 points clear, Juventus over Atalanta. How many games left? 6 points clear. That needs to be updated. The table is a little bit wrong. I don't know why, but it is. Atalanta actually got it's the Inter Milan result is not been added. That's the deal. So Inter Milan are actually on 71 points with how many games to play? They have 38 games, so 5 games to play. Is that right? You got 5 games left. So still on the cards. They're still on the cards, of course. 6 points clear at the moment. And Juventus has got a big game coming up this week. Lazio on 69 points. I think that's correct. Roma are on 57 points. Napoli have got 53. The foot of the table, SPAL, they are probably nailed on. Brescia nailed on to go down. Lecce, the ones that you got to keep an eye on for the next match day. This season is winding down. It's not over yet, but of course next season we do have the Prediction League. What's that all about, I hear you say? Well, it's just the you get your predictions in, and I'll give you a score, and then see where you rank in the Serie A leaderboard. And whoever comes on top at the end of the season will become king or queen of that prediction league. And of course, you'll be rewarded by me in some kind of way. I'll figure it all out. So let's take a look at how you guys got on. Il Micine did non so Issa did absolute shitteroonie. Now, hang on a minute. You might have to double check these yourselves. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm recording and the time is pressed. I actually did the score lines because I didn't think I was going to do the Inter Milan game. Didn't think it. So that actually happened, and so your score lines might be off. If you're off, I do apologise. But I'm not going to change it. We're going to roll with it. You are on the cusps. A lot of you guys were on the cusps. So, and I wasn't going to count. So this is excluding the Inter Milan result. So we're really predicting at a 9. That's what we're doing here. So, Il Micine did shit. Ishnan also Boss did shit. Football Mapper did okay from South. Costas K, not too shabby. Michael Cochain, not too shabby. Bianca Muller, respect to my Patreon. She did very, very well. Success, Malefa, also did very well. Don't get a clap. Retract the clap. You don't get a clap because you're not a Patreon, unfortunately. Devante Caprice, not too shabby. Italian Stallion, not too shabby. Cody Gaho, respect to my brother with a Patreon, even though he's got some crazy scorelines in there. He also did very, very well. Yannick Bustler, not too shabby. Cooper did very, very well. Shepherd as well, respect to my Patreon. That's Will Shepherd to you and I. Also did very, very well. So here it is. It's not the final match day. We've got plenty more games, of course, coming at you. They were there late to the party. But we're going to jump into it. It is Verona taking on Atalanta this coming match day, taking place on the 18th of July. That is a Saturday. The last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Verona, 3 wins for Atalanta, and 1 draw. Atalanta have actually won 10 of the last 11 matches in Serie A. But they also played each other early in the season. It was a 3-2 win for Atalanta. That's right. Do we have the goal scorers on this one? It's thinking about it. The goal scorers on this way back when was Malakowski, Muriel, and Dezmashali for Atalanta. Di Kamenin got himself a brace, and Diego Abadowitz got himself sent off on that one. Heading into this, the form book, Atalanta looking very, very good. Just one slip up. That was a draw, but before and after that, it's been 5 wins out of 6 for them. Meanwhile, just 1 win at the past 6 for Verona. That was against Parma at the start of the month. Atalanta have actually scored at least 3 goals in the last 3 matches against Verona in all competitions, and I fancy they're doing adding to that this time around. The bookmakers odds 11-2 for Verona, 17-4 is your draw, 5-2 on is your victory for Atalanta. Atalanta come into 3rd in the table. Win for them could see mathematically go up to 2nd, and if Juventus continue doing what they're doing, they could be just 4 points off the top. That's right, Juventus taking on Lazio. That's what we need to see happening. I'm going with a 2-0 win on this one. That's right, for Atalanta to give them the 3 points and keep their ambitious long-range efforts of the title alive. Cagliari are going to be taking on Sassuolo this weekend as well. Taking place on the 18th of July as well. 0-0. Out of the last 16 encounters, 0 wins for Cagliari, 3 wins for Sassuolo, and 3 draws, including a draw they did play early in the season in Sassuolo. It was a 2-2-1. Berardi and Djukovic on the score sheet for Sassuolo. Pedro Ragazzu on the score sheet for Cagliari. However, the last time played in Cagliari was also a 2-2 draw. Heading into this, Cagliari have actually failed to score their last 4 matches in Serie A, where Sassuolo have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 7 matches in the division as well. Cagliari have failed to win 17 in the last 19 matches in Serie A. They come into this just 1 win in the past 6. That was against Torino at the back end of June. Meanwhile, Sassuolo looking very, very good at the moment. Unbeaten in 6, winning 4 of the past 5 games as well. Bookmakers odds on this one, I'll tell you them. They are Cagliari are 11-5, 30-5 is your draw, 11-10 for Sassuolo coming to this 8th in the table as well. Win for them could be up to 50 points. A win for Cagliari coming into this in 11th could see them up to 44 points, which could see them rise into 9th. I'm going with the 1-0 win for Sassuolo. The form book is immense. They're on the cusps right now. I'm clicking into top gear. Meanwhile, another team that's in top gear is AC Milan. They'll actually make a push in for 5th in the next couple of weeks. They're taking on Bologna. The last 16 encounters sees 5 wins for AC Milan, 0 wins for Bologna, and 1 draw. They did play in Bologna earlier in the season. It was a 3-2 win for AC Milan. Piatic, Hernandez, and Bonaventura on the score sheet for AC Milan. Hernandez actually scored a big fat OG with Nicola Sansone on the score sheet as well for Bologna. The last time they played in AC Milan was a 2-1 win for AC as well. That's back in 2019. Suso, Barini on the score sheet. Destro on the score sheet for Bologna. 3 red cards on that one, including Sassone and Gix for Bologna, and Paqueta on the score sheet for AC Milan. AC Milan have actually won the last 3 home matches in the division. They've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 7 matches as well. They've also won 7 of the last 8 matches against Bologna heading into this. Unbeaten in a good 6-7 games. I don't know. A couple of draws in that sandwich though. But meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 6 for Bologna as well. So 2 teams that are in pretty good form heading into this. The bookmakers odds, so give it to AC Milan as 2-1 on. They are red hot favourites. 7-2 is your draw. 90-4 is your away win. That is for Bologna. Win for Bologna in 10th. Could see rise up to 46 points, with potentially leapfrog Verona in the process. Meanwhile, a win for AC Milan in 6th. Could mathematically get them closer to Roma in 5th, but still be a little bit shy of that mark. I'm going to give it to the Zlatans Boys & Co. 3-0 win at home. Comfortable for them, boys. Next up, we have Parma up against Sampdoria. The last 6 encounters, or in the last 5 encounters, sees 2 wins for Parma, 2 wins for Sampdoria and 1 draw. They played in Sampdoria in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Parma. Kuka on the score sheet for the visitors on that occasion. Heading into this, though, Parma have actually lost 5 of the last 6 matches in Serie A. They've also conceded at least 2 goals in the last 6 matches as well. Sampdoria on a nice little run. Just 1 defeat the past 5, winning 4 of those as well, whereas Parma are looking for a win in a good long while. Heading into this, the bookmakers odds 90-10 for Parma, 2-1 is your draw, 13-8. That is Sampdoria for the away win. Sampdoria come now into 14th spot. Win for them could mathematically see them jump as high as 11th. Meanwhile, their opposition, Parma, they are in a 12th spot, and win for them could see them mathematically jump up to 10th in the table. I'm going with the 2-1 win for my boys. That's Sampdoria. Take it to the bank. Next up, we have Genoa up against Lecce. This is a relegation 6-pointer, of course. Win for Lecce could see leapfrog Genoa in the process. Let's take a closer look at this one. The last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Genoa, 0 wins for Lecce, and 3 draws, including a draw earlier in the season in Lecce. It was a 2-2 draw. Pandev and Crescito on score sheet for Genoa, Falco and Tabanelli on score sheet for Lecce. Aguinaldo and Pandev also get themselves sent off on that one in a very, very explosive game. Lecce have actually failed to score in 6 of the last 8 matches away from home. Heading into this, just 1 win at the past 6 for Genoa, 1 win the past 6 for Lecce as well. 2 teams looking for some points to get themselves at that relegation question mark. Meanwhile, heading into this one does take place on Sunday the 19th of June, 11-10 on for Genoa. They are the favourites. 11-4 is your draw, 13-5 is your away win. Like I said before, win for Lecce could see them leapfrog Genoa in the process. A win for Genoa could see them up to 33 points and open up a 4-point lead over the drop zone. I'm going with a 0-0 draw. It doesn't really separate anybody on this one. It'll just leave them as they are. It's too valuable for both teams to win or lose. Next up, we have Brescia up against SPAL. The last 3 encounters between 2 sides sees 1 win for Brescia, 2 wins for SPAL, 0 draws. They played in SPAL early in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Brescia. The last time they played in Brescia was back in Serie B in 2017 and was a 3-1 win for SPAL. Brescia have actually conceded at least 3 goals in the last 3 matches, whereas they have also failed to win 17 in the last 18 matches in the division. SPAL have actually failed to score in the last 3 matches as well. Coming into this, both teams are absolutely shit at the moment. SPAL, 6 games without a win, whereas Brescia did pick up a victory in the last 6, but it's been a while. But they're both looking for a result, and they're looking for one now. Anyway, heading into this, the odds 11-8 for Brescia, 12-5 is your draw, 15-8 is your long shot. Taking place on Sunday, of course. Heading into this, SPAL are in a 20th spot, and a win for them could see them leapfrog Brescia in the process. A win for Brescia would actually give them 24 points. Still not out of the woods. Still not out of the woods. I'm actually going to give it to SPAL on this one against the Mavada judgment. And that would, give them 21 points and maybe 22 points, actually. It would seem leapfrog Brescia in the process. Next up, we have Fiorentina up against Torino. This one's a bit of a fruity one as well. The last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Fiorentina, 1 win for Torino, and 2 draws. They played in Torino early in the season. It was a 2-1 win for Torino. Zaza and Asnaldi on the score sheet for Torino. Casillas on the score sheet for Fiorentina. The last time played in Fiorentina was a 1-1 draw. That was back in 2019. Simone and Bastielli on the score sheet for either side there. Torino have actually lost 7 away matches in a row. And also conceded at least 3 goals in the last 3 away matches as well. Fiorentina are actually undefeated in their last 8 home matches against Torino in all competitions. They're also undefeated in the last 4 games. Meanwhile, Torino have actually won 2 of the past 3, losing to Inter in the interim of those 2 games. Bookmakers odds, this one's a tough one to call on this one. 11-10 for Fiorentina, 13-5 is your draw. 11-4 is your away win for Torino. Torino come into this 15th of the table. Win for them could see mathematically jump over Parma into 12th spot. Meanwhile, their opposition, Fiorentina, come into this 13th of the table. A win for them could see mathematically jump over Cagliari into 11th. I am actually going to go with Fiorentina on this one. I like their attacking line. I think they're very good and they will score some goals, especially at home. Napoli will take on Udinese this coming match day as well. This game takes place on the 19th of July. The last 6 encounters between these 2 sides sees 5 wins for Napoli, 0 wins for Udinese, and 1 draw for between the 2 sides. That draw was last time out in Udinese. It was a 1-1 draw back in December. Lasagna on the score sheet for Udinese and Zelinski on the score sheet for Napoli. Maskimovic got himself sent off on that occasion. However, the last time played in Napoli was a 4-2 win for Napoli. That's right, the goal scorers on that day, Yunus, Calderon, Milik and Mertens on the score sheet for Napoli. Lasagna and Fafana on the score sheet for Udinese. Heading into this, of course, Napoli have actually won their last 6 home matches against Udinese in all competitions. Meanwhile, they also scored at least 2 goals in the last 6 home matches in the division. Coming into this, just 1 defeat the past 6 for Atalanta, for Napoli. That was against Atalanta. Meanwhile, 1 defeat the past 6 for Udinese. That was against Sampdoria as well. So 2 teams on very good rich bit of form right at the moment. Smells like a draw, if I'm honest with you, but it does take place on the Sunday the 19th of July. 2-1 on for Napoli. 10-3 is your draw. 5-1 is your away win. That is Udinese. Udinese come into this, of course, still in a relegation discussion. 36 points on the board, but a win for them would see them up to 39 points above Fiorentina in the process. Meanwhile, Napoli come into this 7th in the table, and a win for them would see them leapfrog above AC Milan potentially into the top 6. I'm going with a 2-0 win for Napoli on this one. Of course it is. Nailed on home win. Next up we have Roma taking on Inter Milan. Yeah, some really Bobby Dazzlers at the end of this one. The last 6 encounters between these two sides sees 1 win for Roma, 1 win for Inter Milan, and 4 draws, including a draw early in the season. It was a 0-0 draw over in Milan. The last time played in Roma was a 2-2 draw as well. In fact, you're going to go all the way back to 2017 for a victory for either one of these sides, and it was a 3-1 win for Inter Milan in Rome. That's right. Roma have actually drawn the last 4 matches against Inter Milan. We've already talked about that. Roma have actually won the last 3 matches in the Serie A as well. So 3 wins on the spin for Roma. Inter Milan just 1 defeat the past 6. They are in, no, they're not actually, but that was against Bologna. Surprise one there for them. Heading into this, of course, the bookmakers' odds on this tasty one, 2-1 for Roma, 30-5 is your, 6-5 is your away win. That's Inter Milan win for Inter Milan. Would actually close the door to just 3 points drift of Juventus. And win for Lazio in 69 points. We'd actually see them leapfrog over Atalanta back into 3rd. It's a tough one, this one. I'm going to give it to Inter Milan to make it really, very interesting at the top of the table. Of course, it'll be Juventus up against Lazio, ending this match day on Monday, the 20th of June. The last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Juve, 3 wins for Lazio, and no draws. They played at Turin early in the season. It was a 3-1 win for Lazio. The goal scorers on that day, the computer's thinking about it. The goal scorers on that day was Alberto Lulic and Catalana for Lazio, Diabala on scoring for Juve, Bentancur getting himself sent off on that one. However, the last time played in Rome was a 3-1 win for Lazio as well. So back-to-back wins for Lazio over Juve in the league. Juventus actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 10 home matches in the Serie A. They've also conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches as well. Coming into this, just 1 win in the past 4 for Juventus. That was against Torino at the start of July, whereas 1 win in the past 5 for Lazio. That was against Torino at the end of June. Heading into this, the bookmakers' odds 6-4 on for Juventus, 3-1 is your, 15-4 is your away win, and a win for Lazio in 4th. Could see him leapfrog actually into Milan all the way up into 2nd, boys, and a win for Juve would actually give them a 9-point lead, potentially a 9-point lead over the chasing pack. I am actually going to go with a 3-0 win on this one for Juventus. I'm hoping not, but I think that's what's going to be. And if I am right on all these pickaroos, this is what the situation would look like at the end of it. Juventus would be 80 points. They'll be on 80 points. Atalanta will be on 73. Inter Milan would be on 74. It doesn't have the calculation of the current situation at the moment. Lazio will be in 4th with 69. Down the foot of the table will be Brescia, SPAL and Lecce. Going down to Serie B. But, of course, there's still some plenty of match days to get excited about in this division. Of course, before we bounce out of here, don't forget next season we will have the Prediction League. That's right. So make sure you bang the subscribe so you don't miss a beat, and of course bang the little bell as well so you don't miss any videos coming at you. So you get your predictions in nice and early. Speaking of predictions, be sure to get your predictions in for this match day in nice and early. And of course, we'll do it all again very, very soon for the next one. Probably on the Sunday. Probably before the outcome of the Juventus game. But anyway, that's all I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. And of course, if you're new, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel. Whether it is predictions, Rovers, Football Manager. We've got it all here under one roof. Of course, if you want to support the channel in another way, you can visit Patreon, which is the link down below in the description. Patreon.com/Roverseas. But until then, boys and girls, I'm out. Sore throat. I'll see you all next time. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.